Welcome to what is hopefully going to be a series. I can't really promise anything because you never know how cars go. It's just how it is. But today I am sitting in my 88 Mark III Supra Turbo, 5-speed R154 from the factory, and it is kind of a piece of junk. Now, why is it a piece of junk, you may find yourself asking? Well, the steering wheel is held together with electrical tape. I mean, it doesn't have a radio, the wiring is kind of a disaster. The pop-ups work, though, and the lights, and the gauges. So, that's good, but it's got the red velour interior, which I kind of hate, but I don't know, it's kind of expensive to replace. But, the general basis for this build is going to be restoring it, making it faster, making it look nicer. Theoretically, I might flip it. I don't know. This is kind of something my dad and I picked up as a project, and we're just kind of going to see where it goes. Makes $235 from the factory, but that was 32 years ago, so you can't really trust that. It's the 7MG GTE, straight 6 turbo, 3 liter. The suspension needs work, the body needs work, it's leaking oil, so I think there's really a lot that can be done with this. Starting off with what's done to it, it's just got a bunch of this stupid hosing. It's very 80s. It's got a knockoff HKS blow-off valve. I didn't put that on. It's got aftermarket charge pipes. It's got a little boost controller right here, so it's running, I believe, 12 psi when factory is 10. That's about it. It's got an IS300 in, MAF. So don't need to do the head gasket, which is a really big issue on these. They tend to lift the head. It's got a aftermarket boost gauge, a oil pressure gauge, because the stock boost gauge works, but it only reads to 8 psi, so it doesn't really tell you anything. And then the aftermarket, the stock oil pressure gauge doesn't work, and these, obviously, oil pressure, as it is with every engine, is very important. With these, though, if you get below half oil, they will spin a bearing, so oil pressure is especially important. Make sure you have enough of it. It's got an aftermarket radiator. None of this is stuff I've done. I just got the car a couple days ago, and I'm planning on trying to do my best to document it. What are my plans for this car, you might be asking? End goal is to have it be pristine. First, it needs suspension. The suspension is horrible. It's super bouncy, super boaty, but I mean, it hasn't been replaced since the car was new. Speedo needs to be fixed. I need to dive into the wiring, make sure everything is not going to catch on fire, because the last thing we want is a short to light the whole car on fire, and then it burns down, and then we're left with nothing. Still have to get it registered. Hopefully wheels, coilovers, more power, exhaust, get it painted or wrapped. It's already got aftermarket wheels. You probably saw in the glamour shots. Glamour. Car's not very good looking, but it's got some 5-spoke wheels that I don't think I'm going to keep. I don't like them. They're not aggressive enough, and they're not JDM enough. They look kind of like old muscle wheels, which, not a big old muscle guy. But I've debated the idea of possibly 1J swapping it if I have engine issues, but we'll have to see. Obviously that's not cheap, and don't want to just dive into that without really needing to. I first want to apologize for if the audio quality is bad. I can't listen to it back because the camera I'm filming on doesn't have a speaker, but I know that the microphone it has is not great, so I want to apologize if the audio quality throughout this video is pretty bad, but I'm working with what I've got for now. A lot of the switches don't work. The driver's side window switches, has a switch for both the passenger and driver and passenger window, and the switch will roll down the driver window and the passenger window, but it will only roll the driver's window back up, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's factory. Previous owner or somebody at some point deleted the hose and pump for the windshield sprayers. The one on the back is just a hose that points off to the side, so when you press the button it just shoots off into the garage. It doesn't actually go on the hatch, which is interesting, but I need to fix that. It's a lot of little drivability things. The car overall is mechanically sound, besides the suspension, and I looked into the speedo. I've already got parts on order for that. I need a catch can. I've got parts ordered for that. We'll see that hopefully pretty soon. It needs gaskets, stuff like that. But overall, it's mechanically very sound for a 32-year-old car. So if there's anything you guys want to see me do to this, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Open suggestions for possible paint colors and stuff. As you can see in the glamour shots, the two-tone is hideous, and it's got the big white turbo logo on the side. It reminds me of a Porsche, but this is Toyota, but I'm not a fan. It reminds me of Porsche because the turbo logos are in like a cursive script, which looks like the emblems on the back of a Porsche. But all in all, not a fan of it, but that's what I've got for now. We'll have to figure something out, something to wrap it or paint it. My buddy wraps cars. Have to figure out a color that would match the interior. Maybe even go with the hoses in the engine bay, just so I don't have to redo it. But we'll see where it goes. So anyway, if you like this, think it's interesting, want to see where it goes, remember to subscribe. Leave a like, helps out a lot. Leave any suggestions down in the comments, and I will see you all in the next video.